Okay, guys, welcome. Sorry, we got a couple of minutes, started a couple of minutes late, but I'm super excited about this team devotional. I get excited every week because not only am I, attempting and trying to teach you guys something new and show you some of these things, these tips and stuff that are really going to help and grow your life. But I get really excited to hear from you guys and learn myself. So anyway, so this team devotional is all about how to be successful. And I know that we're all in this, and it works together. So, when we're talking about this, maybe think about how this pertains to not only your business, but also your life. Because, we're striving and pushing to be successful people in our normal life, as well as in this business. And I love the participation. So again, anytime that you have something to say, please just feel free to unmute yourself and let me know. Totally interrupt me, and I'm okay with it because I love hearing from you guys, and I think that's the best way to kind of make this whole thing flow and work. So, all right. So with being successful, I know I always like to start with a quote for you to think about and maybe get a few people to kind of explain a little bit what they think it means. So I'm going to share my screen. I have about 1 million things up, so this is going to be okay. I hope everyone can see that. Okay, I'm going to read this one. And then while I'm reading, just think about it, what it means to you, and then I'll have a few people share a little bit what you think. So it says, if you want to be successful, it's just simple. Know what you're doing, love what you're doing, and believe in what you're doing. Super simple. So I'm going to leave that up there so you can kind of see it. But does anybody what does that bring up for you? What do you think that means? Or, what do you get out of that? Anybody want to share anything? Every week, I'm seriously okay with awkward silences. It's you that makes it awkward. It's okay. It takes us a minute to get into it. I will start. Okay, so the thing that I got out of this is when I think of trying to be successful, I think of we need to do this, we need to do this. It's like a giant long list of all these things that we have to do to be successful. And of course, all of those things are there, and they're there, and they're there to help us. But seriously, to simplify it to the simplest terms, this is exactly what it is. Know what you're doing, love what you're doing, believe in what you're doing. If you know the direction you're trying to push for, you are inspired and passionate about that, and then you take the action and just fully believe that you can do that. That's it. That's all it takes to be successful. So crazy awesome. Does anybody have anything else to share on that one?
I'll share really quick. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. What I think about this is it just reminds me of The Secret, which is the ask, believe, and receive. So it says in here, if you believe in what you're doing, so if you believe that this can help change other people's lives, if you believe that whether that's the business side or the product side of it, if you believe that, then it's gonna happen, and you're gonna get those people on your team. You're gonna start signing those distributors. You're gonna start signing those customers because you know that you have something that will help change their lives, and that's just gonna show out your confidence and and all of that. And so it's just kind of in circling and all of that, it just goes with all of that. So I really love when it says, and believe in what you're doing, because I think that's the most important part of it, is to believe it's going to happen. So
absolutely. Yeah, 100%. 100%. And, this obviously flows right into our business, right into everything that we're doing right now. And also just in your life. Like, if you think about the ideal life that you want and where you want to be, that's success. That's what you want. That's your dream life. So in the same aspect, think about it that way. Know what you're doing, love what you're doing, believe in what you're doing. Thinking about just your life. And then also, obviously, the business aspect, and for all of us who are trying to be so successful in this business and reach those dreams and goals. This is, so cool, you guys. All right, does anybody else want to share on that before I move on? Okay, awesome. Okay, so what I wanted to do, if you haven't noticed yet, I am kind of a crazy list person. That is where I learn, and that is how I don't know. I'm always making lists. I always learn from lists. It's the best way for me to figure things out. So that's kind of how I give it to you. So I hope that makes sense to you. If not, that's why we're in a devotional and why we can all talk and, kind of help each other out a little bit. So I'm going to go through a little bit of a list of 9 different things that successful people do. And during this list, start thinking about, in your life aspect and in your business aspect, what of these things are you really doing? And it's crazy how simple these things can be, but how far from what we're doing they can be as well. Because, being successful, I don't know how to say this, but like the acts of being successful or the thought process of being successful is super simple. Like, you just have to do this, you just have to do this, you just have to do this, and you will be successful. The hard part is the actual making that happen. So, okay, so I'm going to scroll down. We're still screen sharing, I think. Whew. I'm trying really hard not to yawn. I'm so tired. Okay, so if you are somewhere where you can take a list or notes down, this is a good time. So I'm going to go through and kind of explain a little bit about what each of these mean and what you're actually supposed to be doing in your life to get these things. And please interrupt me if you have something to say about any of these. And then at the end, we'll also be sharing, a little bit of what you thought and what you want to add. But please feel free to interrupt me or write in the chat. Okay, so the first one, things that successful people do. This is something that, this is consistent. This is all the time. Okay, so the first one is enjoy waking up. This one means a lot to me because I've been in lots of places in my life where I have dreaded waking up. And think about it. What wakes you up in the morning? Is it your alarm? Is it because you have to be to work in an hour? Is it because your kids woke you up? Is it, what thing wakes you up in the morning? And does that put you in a terrible mood? For example, if you wake up to an alarm, that automatically puts you in a bad mood because it's waking you up, jolting you up, and telling you have to go to work, or telling you have to get up and go to the gym, or whatever. And when you have to wake up, you're looking for a day full of disappointment and negative emotions. Whereas if you set yourself up for a positive day and you're wake up with passion and with something that you want to do and look forward to throughout the day, you're going to wake up and have a positive day and wake up in a positive attitude before your day even starts, which is so awesome. When you're waking up this early, it's also about waking up earlier. Enjoy waking up so that you can have a few minutes to yourself. Enjoy waking up to a routine. Maybe you wake up and you pray. Maybe you wake up and you journal, or you do some personal development, or you listen to a book, or you just sit and think about what you want your life to be, or anything like that. what do you do when you wake up, and why is your life exciting right now? We're working towards the best life we can possibly have. So why not live it right now? In your best possible life, I guarantee that you wake up every day super happy. So why not do that now? Okay.
I just wanted to add something to that really quick, because I have struggled with this. As most of you know, I'm not a morning person, like, at all. And like I stay up until like 2 in the morning, and then I get up about 10. But when Kason was born, he is complete opposite, and he likes to be up at like 7:30, and it's just like way too early for me. Anyway, but so this past couple of weeks, I've been like trying to like get used to his schedule and all this stuff, and I just noticed that the days that I wake up and I don't like complain first off that, oh my gosh, I have to get up with Kason, this is so awful, I have better days, and my day is not like so chaotic and spread out. Like, I feel like I'm not getting anything done, or I'm not posting as often as I should. The days that I do get up like that, or that I get up more positive, I am like, I get more stuff done, I'm more focused, and I'm more organized. And also what's helped me this past couple weeks is I wrote mantras. I wrote a morning mantra and I wrote an evening mantra. And so my alarm goes off at 8. So I get up usually with Kason about 6:30, and I feed him and he goes back to sleep. And then at 8 I get up and it's my morning post. So I find a motivational post to post in the morning, and then I read my mantra, and that's the first thing I do in the morning. And that has helped so much. Like, it's helped me like wake up fully and be like ready and excited for the day, instead of being like, why do I have to be up with this baby this early? Like, I can't do it. So it's just changed my attitude about the mornings, and it has helped so much. If you guys don't have mantras, get a morning mantra to start your day off right. Because if you're waking up to an alarm to go to work, you're already starting your day off crappy. But if you have that mantra that pumps you up and makes you excited for the day after you hear your alarm, it's just gonna, you're gonna get more done. You're gonna be more focused. You're gonna be more intentional, I've noticed, and you're just gonna, I don't know, you're just gonna have a way better day. And that's what I've noticed these past couple weeks. So anyway, I just wanted to add that.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I think that's such a good idea. I was going to add too, this is one of my favorite ones on this entire list, because this is where you start off great. This is where your day starts off. And one thing that I do that it kind of goes along with a few things in this list. But one thing that I do is I like to, the night before, I like to write down different things that I want to do right in the morning, different tasks that I want to accomplish that next day. I write down everything. I love to have a list. I'm crazy with lists, but I like to have all of that written down so that I have something to strive for. So then when I wake up the next day, not only am I in a positive attitude with doing my mantra, which is awesome, and waking up happy, but I'm also ready to complete this list. I'm ready to go because I have a list right in front of me. I know what I'm going to do. I'm ready to really push that and run with that. So, wake up with passion, wake up with, some oomph to kind of like make you want to continue doing this. If we're not loving our life, why are we, we got to change something so we love our life. So that's what I love. Okay. I'm going to move on to number 2. So number 2 is look after themselves. So basically that means love yourself. And this is a huge one because it's not selfish to take care of yourself. And every successful person takes care of themselves. They take care of, they make sure that they're healthy. They make sure make sure that you're eating well, you're drinking water. This is you're striving to be successful. You need to take care of the transportation that's getting you there, and that's your body. So taking care of yourself, wake up, and I feel so much better today. Obviously it was a little bit of a rough day, but I feel so much better when I get up and I do my makeup and I do my hair and I look nice, because then I feel so much more confidence and I'm able to get through my day and really, I'm ready to go. Success begins with you. If you don't care about yourself enough, you won't be strong enough to get to that success, so you got to take care of you. And this also, look after yourself, doesn't just come with the physical, taking care of your body and looking, healthy and everything like that. It also goes with your mind. So that's also doing a little bit of personal development and taking care of your mind and your space. I mean, this is the body you're stuck with for the rest of your life. So treat it well. Number 3 is set strategic goals. I love that this has a raise hand thing. It's the best ever. But yes, Mama, let's hear it.
So I just did this whole thing about a whole inspirational thing that I just did. Anyway, that didn't come out very well. This whole section was on kind of about looking after yourself. And it talked a lot about how if you don't learn to value yourself and think that you're worth the time that you give yourself, then no one else will. And that, especially, in your personal life, it's awesome because you need to look and feel and be someone that you value so that other people will see the value that you have to give. And especially in our business, that equates, because if we're not taking care of ourselves and we're not doing the things that make us feel like we're worth the time and the effort, no one else is going to think we're worth the time and the effort either. Use these products. Well, I don't know, why should I? And if you're not being able to be confident and being able to take care of yourself, you don't have that to give to other people, and they can see that. It's not, if you're not living your authentic you. And when we're being our authentic selves, we do take care of ourselves and we do the things that make it so that we have something to give to other people.
Absolutely. Oh, I love that. It's so awesome. Well, I mean, we've talked about for the last few weeks is all of these things about positivity and, gratefulness and all of these things that really, like, when people look at you and they know that you're a positive, grateful, happy, confident person, they want to be around you. They trust you. This is where, in your personal life and in your business, this is where you get all those friends, all that, all of those things that you're looking for. This is where you attract someone to be with. This is where you attract your friends. This is where you attract your distributors, is when you are, in that place. So I love that. It's awesome. Okay, we're going to move on to number 3. Number 3 is set strategic goals. So this is not only goal setting, which we know is essential to our business and to our life. This is why we have a dream board. This is why we have all of these things, that we just do for ourselves, is because we need to be able to set those goals. And when we're setting strategic goals, that's also that we need to set goals step by step. So maybe I want to be a millionaire. Okay, well, a successful person is going to say, I want to be a millionaire, and I know exactly how to get there. I know every single step along the way to make myself a millionaire. So it doesn't just come from, you sign in this business and you say, I want to be diamond, and then you just believe it hard enough and it happens. You have to have every single step in between that and know exactly what you're supposed to do to get there. So that's setting strategic goals. Doesn't mean that you shouldn't dream big. I think you should dream big. It's like, going for $1 million. That's big. But I also have to have every single step in between that to get there. So setting those strategic goal steps to reach those goals and divide that up so that you can, if you're having a hard time, I know when I first joined this business, I was having a hard time feeling like I could accomplish anything. I had zero self-confidence, and I just didn't think I could do much. So when I was setting strategic goals, my crazy huge goal was going diamond. That was crazy to me. My somewhat okay goal was going ruby, but I wasn't even there yet. Like couldn't even get to that. So I had to set little tiny goals, take out a lead box, message some people, then sign a distributor, then train them, then, and it was so tiny, small little goals that built my confidence up. And then I was able to eventually reach that success. So I think that's something that's really worth mentioning for sure. Okay. I'm just pausing in between in case anybody wants to add anything. Okay, so number 4 is taking action. I think this is definitely, super high on my list. So taking action is having those goals and those dreams. But if you don't take that action, you're never going to get there. So taking those strategic goals and those steps that you're creating for yourself and doing them and making sure you put that into action. And this is also where being consistent comes into play, is that, if I want to be diamond, then I need to be taking these consistent steps every day. If I want to be a really amazing wife, then I need to be taking steps every single day to get myself to that point where I feel like I've accomplished that goal. Or, a mom, or, anything in your life. This goes for everything. So really taking that action. Okay.
I just wanted to add really quick on that, Jess, is on the business side of it, I know, there have been people on my team, and even myself included, that's guilty of this, is we sit and maybe we watch YouTube videos on how to do something. And we'll just sit and watch, from like a ton of different leaders on maybe how to throw a party. And we just watch and we watch and we watch and we watch. And then we're like, okay, cool. I know everything now. I know how to do it. But then we never take that action and we never do it. So we never host that party. We never, maybe we never call potentials or do things face to face, or maybe do the 3-3 rule on Instagram, or, cold message people on Instagram, whatever it may be. So, we never take the action. And I think for the business side of it, it's so important, because you can sit and have all this knowledge, but if you don't do anything with it, you're not going to get anywhere. So that's just what I wanted to add with that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why it's such an important step, because you could do everything else on this list and be, feeling great, but not get anywhere if you don't take those steps to actually do that. I know that I am guilty quite a bit of the time of my crazy lists, and I will make a giant list of everything that I need to do, and I will, write down every single thing, and then it will take me forever to actually, I'm like, instead of writing this list, I could have just completed 3 things off of this list. But I was sitting there trying to plan and prepare, and that's something that, I need to work on a little bit too. So I totally agree with that. Okay, so the next one is persist confidently. This one I love, 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 because if you're looking through your goals, and this has a lot to do with the secret too, is that, I made a post the other day of, if I make the decision to be on this team and the decision to, I want to be a top income earner, or I want to be diamond, or I want to, even in your life, maybe you have a different kind of job. I want to be the manager, or, I want to be the best homeschooled mom, or, whatever you're going for. When you make that decision, you have to think about, are you making this decision to be successful at this? Or are you making this decision to try until something gets hard and then quit? That one is so huge for me, because that is a huge reason of why I've never quit this business. You better believe that I have been on the verge so many times because of things that have happened, because of, no's, and me trying to conquer my fears and get over things. And when life gets hard, and when this business gets hard, and when whatever gets hard, sometimes it feels like it would be so much easier if I could just take a step back and just let it all go, and, live the life that I was meant to live, or whatever. And that's just so entirely not true. We have to make that decision and go for it, no matter what obstacles come in our place, no matter what happens. So I love that one so much. you know that if you know in your heart and your soul and you're so passionate about that you are going to reach diamond with this business, there is nothing in this world that is going to hold you back from doing that. You won't quit no matter how many no's that you get. You won't quit no matter how many people tell you you're being so silly. You won't ever quit. Make that decision and stick to it. There's been so many people who, when it gets hard, it's hard, you guys. Sometimes life is hard. Sometimes this business is hard. I am not taking that away because I've been there. But at the same time, if we make that decision and we know we're not going to quit, we won't quit. And the only people that fail at this business, the only people that fail in success as a whole in any aspect of your life are the people who quit. All right. Okay, so the next one is always learning more. So this has to go a little bit with what Danielle was saying. We always want to be striving and working to learn more about everything that we're doing. On the business aspect, that can be watching a bunch of videos. That can be learning more about the products. That can be learning from your enroller. That can be all of these things in your life. You can look up different ways that you can be a more positive person. You can read books on whatever you're doing. You can, go to school. You can whatever. And that is so crucial because, even though I have been in this business for a while and I've been pretty successful with this, I am always open and ready to learn more. And that comes with every successful person in this business and every successful person in general, because there is absolutely zero limit to the things that we can learn. We need to be open to that and ready for that. I can't tell you how many times I've been ready to post about a product and I hop on Product Coach and I learned something brand new that I never knew, and this product's been out since I've been in this business and I learned something brand new. It's so cool, you guys. So always strive to learn more. All right, we're getting close to time, so I'm going to do these last ones. All right, 7, make your mistakes into a positive. It is not a what if you're going to make a mistake. That will happen. I promise you it will happen, and it will happen a whole lot of times, a lot. So what we have to do is take those mistakes and change them into a positive. So when we make the mistake or we tell someone wrong information or we, screw up at our job or whatever it is, that's okay. That's okay. That's going to happen. But how can we turn that into a positive? How can we change that into progressing on our journey? When we're persisting and we know that we're going to reach that success in the end, then that changes your mistakes from, oh crap, like I just screwed this up, to, okay, this is a little bit of a bump in my journey. I know I will reach success. So obviously this is here to teach me something. I'm going to change this into a positive and I'm going to continue on my journey. I love that one. Number 8 is inspire others. When you're inspiring others, this doesn't mean arrogance. This doesn't mean that, oh, I'm so cool and I can be so inspirational to other people. This means that you're genuinely looking and searching out people who need to be inspired. This means that you don't, you take out the time to listen and to inspire other people. You're not so busy with everything going on that you're going to miss chances to inspire and help people. Successful people really look and strive for those moments. Okay, and number 9, have fun. This one means, live your life. If we're striving for the best life and for this dream life that we're going for, that we're hoping to have and that's on our dream board and we get to just play all the time, do it now. Have fun with your life, live your life, enjoy it, and enjoy the moments now. Don't wait for something crazy cool to happen in order to help you enjoy your life. So I love this list. Stop the screen share. Sorry, I should have got water. I'm like dying. Okay, so I'm going to ask if anybody has anything to share. I wanted to share this quote really quick. It's from Michael Jordan, but I just loved it so much. And this has a lot to do with making mistakes and having things happen. He said, "I've missed 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." I love that so much because there's so many successful people, and I promise you it wasn't easy and it wasn't cake for them. It took a while. All right, you guys, if you have anything to share, anything that you learned, anything that stuck out to you, you want to add to. Was this helpful?
Yes, it was. Thank you.
Absolutely, for sure. Well, I am super glad. I'll end kind of on a business note, since I know that's why we're all here. And I want this to be a lot about your life and really trying to create this positive life and do that personal development for yourself. But I will end on a little bit of a business note. Take a minute tonight and sit down and write down some things that you want to make as goals for tomorrow. Make sure that at least one of these things is going to potentially grow your business. Make sure that they're things like message people, call people. I have a whole list of things that I've created a list for myself every day. Do lead boxes, follow up with your potentials, contact your new leads, shout out your teammates. All of these things, write down these actual things on a list for yourself. And I promise you, if you wake up tomorrow and you wake up in a happy, positive attitude, you will look at your list and you'll be excited to do these things because you set these goals for yourself. You're ready to accomplish them. It's amazing how different that changes. Danielle and I have actually been kind of accountability partners for this month. So we've been going through at night with each other and just saying, okay, this is what I want to do in the morning. These are the things that I want to accomplish tomorrow. And writing those out and sending those to her made me feel like not only do I have to do this because I am just putting that out for myself and that's extra support, but I'm also so excited. I get so excited to take out those lead boxes, even though it's scary. I get so excited to message people, to call people, to make these big steps out of my comfort zone. So do that tonight. I promise. And let me know how it goes because I want to hear. Because this is something that really, really helps you guys. If I don't have that list in the morning, I wake up and I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do today. And I guess I should post. I guess I should do this. And it's really difficult to get in that zone and that mode to actually do it. So, all right, you guys. Well, I will end this up. Sorry, we always go way over, and I should just make it longer. But I hope that you guys got something from this. Please let me know if you want me to send you that list. I'll just post it under the recording. So that will work. All right. Well, if nobody else has anything to share, then I will see you all on Facebook. All right, guys. See you later.